Happy New Year. It's Jay here, smarthelping.com. Welcome. Feeling a little under the weather today, but we're going to try and get this done. I wanted to update the car wash model to have a membership option. Uh, you see that a lot nowadays. Actually, it started about 10 years ago with these car washes offering memberships. So basically, now it's a little bit interesting with this because there's definitely going to be capacity things you have to make sure that makes sense. So we're gonna get into all that. Remember, check out smarthelping.com for more financial models. I'll actually be putting this car wash model. It will now go into the SaaS bundle as well because you're gonna have subscribers to the car wash, so that fits into recurring revenue logic, which means it should be in here as well. And it's in the startups financial models as well as service businesses. Uh, Also, a couple new things. I will be doing more kind of general helpful finance and accounting posts on smarthelping.com. I try to do about one a day if I can, so look out for that. Also, what else is new? Well, I guess just that. Check out. You can buy all the templates on the site for $9.99 if you want to get the full experience. There's well over 130 unique financial models and templates here. Um, Obviously, I mentioned SaaS, recurring revenue structures, a lot of real estate underwriting tools I've done, over 40 unique financial models for starting up any kind of business, cash flow distributions, accounting tools, trackers. This one's really good. Accounting system. It's literally for any accountant or CPA that wants a nice system to create financial statements. This is really good and simple. Human resource trackers, personal finance, Google Sheet architecture, and sales pipeline CRM, general business valuation. Uh, oh, I know what else I wanted to talk about. I alphabetized everything, so you'll see every section is now alphabetized A to Z, and also on all the bundles, everything is alphabetized A to Z. And then last week we had a pretty productive week. I was actually thinking about not streaming because I was kind of burnt out last week, all the stuff we did, but I ended up finishing the KPI dashboard for the construction business. We got the property management business uploaded to all the different vendor sites and my site and everything. This has got up to a couple places, and I also updated all the, I've got 140 pages. I made this a little bit more readable. Before, this text here that was always below the add to cart used to be in red, and it was kind of hard to see. So now I've done it all to highlight in a tan or a light yellow with blue text, so it's easier to read. So you'll notice that change on the site as well. Okay, so that's everything updated. Let's get into the modeling. Let me send a link out to Twitter. Hope everyone has a great new year. Live financial modeling, adding membership logic to car wash model. Now I've actually only had a single request for memberships to the car wash model, and I've sold quite a bit of these templates. Let's see, I've sold car wash. Is it up? Yeah, it's 52. So we've had a lot of sales. I've only had one request to do memberships, but that doesn't mean it's not worth doing. I think it is worth doing. Um, like I said, since 2010, a lot of these car washes have switched over to a membership model, and it helps with valuations. And it's just another way where you can add revenue. And obviously, there's going to be some capacity things. So let's uh, dive in here. Um, and first, I want to let's update the formatting here a little bit. It's just a little bit cleaner. Make this a little bigger. So the current assumptions are really good for one-time washes. You can define up to 6 car wash types, the price you're charging, and the percentage of your total car count. that is falling into each wash type. You can define how long each wash type takes, and that's going to drive this capacity sensitivity analysis along with the seasonality. And what the seasonality is just saying is you could put your expected annual car count here, and then the percentage of that annual car count that fits in each month, and that will propagate through the rest of the years. And you can also do growth of your car counts year over year up here. And then you could test the feasibility, like say, okay, I want to see what these car counts look like in year 4, based on doing 22,000 cars for the year. You can see there's your 22,680, so that's that number, and then it's at this point it's saying 10 or almost 11 cars an hour in January. In February, March, 7.5 cars, 3 cars an hour. So this is where you can see, does this make sense? You know, what's the average actual expected minutes per car, percentage of the capacity used. So this is saying uh, you're only using 43% of the capacity um, that it takes in total. So if you look at the visualization here, you can see this is looking at the max available operating minutes versus what's actually used. So we're way below this. Now, if you go back to the revenue assumptions, so this is looking at time per car. Just trying to follow this logic because we're gonna have to do this, really dive into this when we add the memberships. Uh, so if we do, okay, so this is saying, where am I getting this capacity from? Okay, row 96. Let's look at this logic real quick. Also, I'm going to update these tab names to monthly, detail, and annual. I'm going to do a couple touch-ups to the model as well. We'll do some formatting updates that are general. But let me see here. So 96. Available operating minutes. So we're calculating this based on, let's see, E30, 29. Actually, let me just copy this over so I could see what I was, my thought process when I built this. So E30 is hours open per day. E29 is days open per month. So hours per day, days open per month times 60. I'm assuming 60 is, oh yeah, because we're converting to minutes. So that's how many minutes, and then times E31 is the number of locations. Okay, this makes sense. So we're saying, 26 days a month, 12 hours a day, and then 60 minutes to an hour. That gives you, in a given month, you have 18,000 available minutes to use. And then based on this logic, we can say how many actual minutes are being used in, yeah, I did this here. So this is just saying the car count of each car wash type times the average minutes per car wash. So here, 722. So we're way below the capacity. Okay, perfect. So that makes sense. So we're breaking everything down into a minute usage. This here, days open per month, hours open per day, is going to give you your top line maximum minutes that you can actually have. And let's see, do I put it anywhere? Yeah, so here, what are we dividing this by? Actual expected minutes per car. What's this? Cars per hour per location is taking average cars per day times this. And okay. All right, so we're going to focus on being below this line as we add memberships. If you get above the line, then in theory, that means you've used more minutes than are available in this time period. and that would mean cars are literally coming in 24/7. Now, what we'll have to do is assume some percentage or some amount of times the average person that's buying a membership will use their membership per month. And I don't believe there's a maximum, but I can't see people just, using it every single day. But you'll put in some number there. Uh, and usually it'll be based on your price. Like if you're charging on average, let's say, $15 for a low membership or a low wash type, and your monthly cost is 45, well, you can probably expect people to use at least this at least 4 times. Otherwise, they should just buy it, you know, individually, and there's no point in paying a monthly fee because the monthly fee is more expensive than just doing it individually. So in this case, you could say these people, if this costs $45 per month, then they're probably going to use it more or at least as much as if you divide this by this, so at least 3 times a month. And then you could put some multiple to that, like 1.2 or we'll probably do a calculation that shows at minimum what is likely the people to use the car wash. Hold on, let me think about this. Some people might just pay a car, they might not use it. It might not actually make financial feasibility for people every single month. In some months they might use it more, some months they might use it less. Even though for a given month, some months they might not it might not make financial sense for them. But we'll think about this. Now, what does make sense is we need to offer an option for a monthly price for each of these car wash types. And if you don't use all the car wash types, that's fine. You could just clear out these. If you only use 3, you could clear out the bottom 3, and that's fine. Just have 3 types. That's no worries. But we're gonna assume all 6 types. Now, memberships. We're gonna put this here, and we're gonna say it's not just something that can grow in infinitum. Just updating some of this formatting here so it's easier to go. Okay, this is fine. So we want month number, we want well, we could say membership. How do we want to do this? Maximum membership capacity. Well, actually, we could say, hold on. We're going to see what the capacity is and if it makes sense with the formula. So we could just put month number here going down the left side. We're going to make this really simple. We're going to say month number, net members added. We're going to assume, yes, you'll have churn and growth, but we're just looking at net new members. So because you're going to get to a number and basically stabilize is the goal. Now we do 60 months. So we got 60 months here. We could do net new members added as an input per month. And then we'll do, holy cow, I just about deafened myself. Holy crap. Turn that down. So net new members, total members, just total would equal this. and that plus the total. So we got a running count. Let's go down 60 months. That's the max forecasted period. And my goal here is just to make this really flexible so you can just demonstrate to investors or yourself if you're just running your own operation. How many members are you going to have over time? Total. Oh. Now, one reason why this is really important is the valuation of your car wash. It's going to go up. The valuation is going to go up if you start to do memberships. All right, so members added. Then we could put percentage of members at each pricing tier. So we've got 6. We could just, and that will update if you adjust it. Basic, that one. All right, so we got our 6 pricing tiers. Now this should always be mutually exclusive and 100%, whatever your inputs are. Let's say we just mirror this, paste transposed. All right. And then the sum of that should always equal 100%. Now, yeah, technically there's no reason to drag that down. You're just going to put your makeup of members over time. And this all can go up 1. And then we simply write, okay, here's your total members. On average, here's how many are in the low tier. And we could drag this over and down. Decimals are completely fine. All right, and there we go. So now we have membership count per tier. We can look this up and do revenue per tier. Now, so this is pretty easy. The hard part is going to be the best way to structure the capacity. We want it to tie into here. So at the end of a given month, we know this is how many cars we're going to have to add some data in. Where can I put this? Maybe below. So average times per month members use car wash. Okay. And let's say if we, oh wait, we haven't defined the monthly price either. So hold on, let's add another row in here. So this is a percentage. Go monthly price. I don't know why I capitalized average. And we could say, let's just look at this and say the price is going to be 3x what the, or maybe 2.5x what the cost is per month. So you're winning if they use it less than 2.5 times, essentially is what that means. Otherwise, well, I mean, you're still going to make a profit assuming your metric or your costs are in line, but you're making more money with the memberships compared to one-time usages if, they use it less than 2.5. Let's put it at 3. So if we just did this times 3, here's the monthly price for each tier. Dang it. All right. And then if we put a space here, let's just bring this over down. There we go. And we can give this a little space as well. So average times per month they use the car wash. Let's say it's 4. So in theory, these people could, on average, pay $540 a month if they're using it 4 times. 4 times 45. If they use it 4 times individually, it'd be 180. If they use it 4 times here, it's 135. So they're getting a discount, but then they're getting a discount on the volume of times they use it, because it would be 180 versus 135, but you're now having them pay that amount every month. In theory, it should be good for the car wash's financials. All right, and we could actually make this a decimal too. You'll go out and get research and try to figure out on average how many times people use their car wash memberships per month. Put that in here, give the monthly price here, then we'll multiply. So now to get the capacity, the minutes used, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we go like this. We could say minute usage, monthly minutes used by just these people, and that would be the car count in this tier times the amount of times they use it per month times the average minutes it takes to do that car wash. Okay, so we can lock this. Actually, yeah, lock that. Lock 38. So here's the minute usage for this tier over time. Let's make sure this makes sense. 90 cars times 4. So that's the monthly minutes used. Now if we drag this over, okay, that's fine, and then this we just drag down to here. Okay, go over again to the third one, fourth. I believe this makes sense based on the time it takes to do each type of car wash, the amount of cars that are existing on each tier. So the total minute capacity used is this number. You're only using 48 minutes a month with 5 cars. Now at 300 cars, using 2,000 minutes a month. And remember, what's our capacity for minutes available? It's like 18,000. So really, I mean, you have got a lot of room to add members here. Like we could probably do, see if we had 50 a month. What's that get us up to? 3,000 members. Now you're so 28,000. So here at that point, you're basically reaching the capacity of the car wash, or you're probably past it. What are we at here? 18. So based on these numbers, and these could change depending on how your car wash works and the amount of minutes for each one, but this is the capacity is probably somewhere. And remember, we're using one-time car washes too, so comfortably somewhere around 1,200 members for the car wash. Now, if they use it less, let's say they only use it on average 3 times a month. Now you get down to about 2,050 members or so, based on all our current constraints. All right, so, and we're gonna put round up D40 divided by 12 to get the year number, so we could pull into our other tables. Now you can see the assumption about um, how many times on average they'll use the car wash per month is huge. And honestly, you're paying a monthly fee to the car wash. I don't know if it makes sense to try to do some seasonality stuff here to try to say, hey, do we want to assume that you're going to use it more in the winter than the summer? I don't have the data to say exactly for sure what, like, is seasonality that relevant for memberships because they're paying a flat fee? And people who pay memberships, if they're going to do that, they're probably going to use it throughout the whole year, regardless of, the weather. It's not going to affect their usage that much. So I think it's fine just to use whatever membership count there is at a given month against this number here, just to get a general idea and sense. Now, I mean, we're looking at the total minutes available in a given month. So you can never go past those minutes, otherwise it's you're using you don't have enough minutes. If there's 10 minutes in a day and you're using 12 minutes in a day, well, somebody's not going to get to wash their car. All right. Let's say maybe we go 50 a month and then we drop down to maybe 30, or maybe we start lower. We had 15 a month in year one, 25 a month. I'm just trying to do something that makes sense for this constraint situation. 30. 10,000. Okay, that looks about right. And then if we add it to our table here, trying to see if we can get something that, so average actual expected minutes per car versus, what is this? So this is not related to the other chart. It's different. Actually trying to see F18. So the expected minutes is, what is this doing? Okay. So cars per day divided by hours open. So you're doing 10 cars an hour in this case. You're using, if you're doing 10 cars an hour, they're using on average 5.5 minutes per car. And based on this, if it's full capacity, so average time, if you're doing, on average, so this is a weighted average of all these percentages, 2.4. Really, you could do a car every 2.4 minutes on average. And that would be the maximum. So the lowest you can get based on these amount of times on average is 2. And here, based on the actual numbers, you're doing about a car every 5 minutes. So that's about half capacity. Okay, that makes sense. So this is good here. I'm just trying to think about how do I add in these numbers now. So monthly minutes used. Is it possible? So I would need to add this. Wait, no. What is this saying? Okay, so simulate the year, take the total cars for the year for that month. So 3,400 cars in this month. We're dividing that by the days open and location count. So average cars per day. All I have to do then is say this number plus the number. Where's my car count? Do I have a car count? Monthly car count. And then this is, so my monthly car count, I don't even have it here. I'd have to do, another calculation here. Car washes. You have to take the number of cars on the low membership times the times they use it per month. So here for low, we're doing 13 washes, etc. This is the amount of washes we're doing per month for the members. Okay, that makes sense. I'm still trying to distill it down. So average cars per day per location. Monthly car count. If I sum this up, we've got 45. So 45. For a given month of the year. Now here we'd have to say, just repeating 1, 2, 3. Just for the months of the year. So I'd want to get the year and then the matching month number to pull in. Or is there an easier way to do this? So I go car count, take this here. It's a percentage that happened in the month. If I did, let's see, if I did year 2 and I multiply I'm trying to think how this can integrate here. I knew this was going to be the hardest part. So let's think. Here's my car counts per month. This technically has 60 months. It's got 5 sets of 12. If I wanted to do year 1, here's our monthly car counts based on this, but also in this month, how many cars are we doing for members? Well, we would want to add plus index. This is how many washes we're doing for members. Okay, and then how do I get the right number? The row we want going down. Can I do something with this? Like, so 1, this would be 1 through 12. Like, if we're going on month number, what if we were in year 2 though? So we'd want, 20, we'd want 13. I don't know if there's a way to automate that. So the question is, how do I know if I'm trying to simulate year 2, how do I know where's month 13 and 14, 15, 16, etc.? I guess you could do, what is 12 if we did 12 times the year minus 1 plus this. And drag it over. So year 2, no, this would be month 13. 12 times that times this minus 1. Does that get us, hey, 13, okay. Okay, do we have it then? So there I can then use this formula to figure out what month this is actually representing. Because I have to use this for seasonality still, but I can do this for the actual month. So if I go month 4, month 5, month 2, month 1. Okay, perfect. That's awesome. So to get the expected car count, I just do this number. What's F23? Oh, okay, that's fine. So we're going to add index the ending car washes being done with this. Match the row number with this number. And that's it. So let's lock these. Now this multiplication doesn't need to apply to the memberships, so let's bracket that off. All right, so 2295, 2250 should go to 2340. Okay, perfect. And then 1500, year one, month three, we're adding 135, so 635. Okay, so that is working. This is no longer relevant. So here's our actual year one expected monthly car washes. This is how many washes you're doing per month based on it having members. And that, we take that amount. That's how many cars you're doing per day. Average cars per hour. Now, why is this going down? How is that possible? Does it mean, so all I did is increase this number in 24. So the cars per day has gone up. So this has gone up. So the expected minutes per car has gone up. Okay, so what this means is still our average minutes per car is 2.4, but based on this additional car count, we are, let me see if I add this. What if we put this to like 100? Let me see, 200. Let's say 500. Okay, so if we added 500 off the bat, it's saying on average we should be able to do a car every 2.4 minutes. Here we're doing a car every 5 minutes. Monthly car wash. So if we provide 3,750 car washes in a month, there's how many hours available? Days open times hours per day. It's 312 hours. You're doing 12. Okay, so that's this number. You're doing 12 cars an hour, which is completely feasible still. So you're still way under capacity. I mean, 12. If the average wash takes 2.4 minutes, you're only doing 12 cars an hour. You could actually be doing 25 cars an hour. So 40. Okay, so this all is fine. This makes good sense. Let me put this back down to 15. Let's go to simulate year 5. Okay, here we actually, so that's kind of weird. We actually hit 100% capacity in month 60 somehow. I guess I averaged it out perfectly because, yeah, so 12,900 minutes used. You're doing this many car washes of each type, a total of 5,400 car washes for the month in memberships. You're doing 5,400 in memberships. You're doing 7,000 for these, or, well, actually, we don't have that split out. 2,000 for these, 5,000 there. Okay, so 7,000 total washes for the month. That's a car wash, 24, almost 25 cars an hour. Okay. and you're still having some seasonality with the one-timers versus the monthly memberships, which are just a steady amount used per month. And in general, you probably can't, you shouldn't be getting much over 100%. Otherwise, you'd have to adjust. Let's say, if there's only 2 a month here, watch how the numbers drop now. See, you're only at, a maximum of an 80% or usage. If they were at 4, it'd be too much. And you could change, maybe, oh, nice. And I actually have conditional formatting if it's over 100%. So now we're over capacity if you think your members are going to use the car wash 4 times a month on each type. Now you could have maybe high end use it 4 times a month. Maybe these guys only use it 2 times. Whatever the case is. I'm just going to put this back to 3. Now we also have logic that based on the amount of cars you're washing, this is the cost. So that will scale with the amount of cars being washed. So that's all dynamic. All right. We're really going here on this. I like where the model is. Let's add this. So car count per month by type. I need to add this. Well, let's separate it. So let me just add a section. And let's just add another whole entire, oh, let's just add a whole section here. So we have membership car washes, membership revenue. And to get this, I believe I can just index. I want the car washes done. So this and T, comma, month number to get the row. Wait, what am I doing here? Index that, match E3 with this D. And lock T, lock this, lock T. Now, your assumption here for start month of operations is going to drive this part, but here you can manually just put in whenever you start adding members here. So it doesn't have to be in month 0. It could be in the future. Also, well, we'll do some sanity checks on this in a bit, but when we drag this down, I believe all I need to do is adjust. So T, this will be U, V, W, X, Y. Okay, and this matches that. Oh, let's just okay. Now, if we drag this over, we see total car counts for one time washes, one-time washes, membership car washes, membership revenue. All right. Now for the revenue, we just simply take the car times car count washed times the price per month. Wait. No. These are the car washes we're doing. It's not the amount of memberships we have, though. This has got to be another insert. Memberships. And now that number is, do we have it? Yes. It's this one. Let me double check. So total car, oh yeah, this is this one. So here's your, and let's label this. Members by tier. Members, minutes used. Okay. Let's format this to be no decimals. All right. So we go G, start with G and go to L, because the car wash is happening is going to drive costs as well as capacity, but what drives revenue is the amount of members in each tier and what they're paying. So G to L. So G, H, I, J, K, L. Now this is what drives revenue. So there's the members over time. Revenue is just that count times the monthly price. Okay, and then we gotta go G, H, I, J, K, L. So here is recurring revenue. Total, we're gonna call it MRR, monthly recurring revenue. Now our variable costs are gonna go up with this, but obviously the revenue is also going up. One time. We'll just call this membership. Okay. So one-time car washes, membership car washes, memberships, membership revenue. Wait, so we added this. Yes. Now we do another row, total revenue. And it's this plus this. Okay. Give this another space. Is this good? Oh, here's the other. That's wondering where this was. So this is one-time car wash count, one-time revenue, membership car washes, member count, membership revenue. Variable costs, we now have to figure out the total car washes. So total car count, this is total car washes. And what this is going to equal is now, does this equal that? Yeah, 300, 750, 360. Okay. Because a lot of numbers drive off of this. So total car washes, we have to add in plus, well, we want to actually hit this in here. So we still want to do this logic. Now let's just do it all completely separate. So if E5 is greater than the end month we put in here, if you're not doing a full 5 year, you might do a less month than 0. Otherwise, sum up all of this. Now what are we doing? See, we don't want that. Shoot. All right, undo, undo. We're gonna do total one-time car washes, total membership car washes. Make it simple. All right. And then we could say, hold on, remove all of this. Total car washes per total car washes. Seven 81, and that should match 7781 here. Okay, 7661. Perfect. All right. So this is running fine. One-timers, membership. Okay, variable cost. Now we just take this, just drag it down to here. And I'm not sure, I don't want to mess up the formula, so I'm just going to manually do these. And as you're going through the model, so our cost went from 6 to 21, but revenue it added was like 133,000, so it's obviously good. As you're doing this, you just make sure that this start month of operations matches when you're adding members as well. So if we started in May, let's format here. If we start in May, then let's say we start this in May as well. Okay. So now everything's in May. Revenue, costs here. Okay, this is fine. Profit margin. That's fine. Okay, here now we gotta update this. So this is not gonna be based on total car washes there. Okay, and car washes per hour. What's E30? Hours open per day. So total car count per day divided by hours open per day. Expected minutes is 60 divided by that. And then we go 2.5 is our number. That's about 100%. Now for this, what are we doing? Average minutes. Okay, so here we got to add. So average minutes per car wash, we need to add. How am I going to do this? I guess index. Minutes here, so an M. If the month number, which I think was E3 or 4, matches the month number here. Or does it make sense just to pull column S and add it to this? What did I do here? Sum of this divided by, okay, so it'd be the same number. This is by car wash type. So this is fine. So this is M, E3, and then to add it, so I just go over, I believe I go M to R. So N, O, P, Q, R. Now that should give me the total minutes of each type for members. And then that, so that's going up, average minutes per car wash. Is that total divided by the total car count? Okay. Now we say actual minutes used. It's this, okay, yep. Available operating minutes. And then this should get close to it. Yeah, so 18.2. Okay, great. So this is good. Now let's see how this visual looks. Should rise up to about 100%. Yep. So you can see here's the max capacity, and we're just building up to that over time, basically by adding members. Also, we are increasing our one-time car wash counts as well. But we know based on the amount of minutes available in the day, based on all of this, we know we're getting um, close to 100% by the last period, which you can see here. Now this average minutes assumptions versus available. So here you can see this also is getting closer to match. The blue line is you're doing the amount of expected minutes per car. As you stabilize and get more cars, you're getting to that number 100% there. Okay, this is great. This is awesome. This was really working good. Now remember, if you're doing more car washes over time, let's say you add another one in year 2, 3, 4, and 5, and expand or add multiple ones in year 2 and more in 3, you can add CapEx expenditures in the month here to account for new expansions, and then you just have to make sure your revenue car counts line up with the amount of car washes you have. You would use this for updating capacity assumptions depending on how many locations there are in a given year to get this percentage. And then you would also obviously make sure your member counts represent whatever location count you have. Really, this is for one location, but doing that, you can kind of get a somewhat of a pretty good simulation on multiple locations over time by doing what I just said. So you'd add the CapEx in the future whenever you're expanding, and then try to make your car counts line up with what you think you can do with those amount of locations. But ideally, this is used to simulate one single car wash. All right. Well, this is awesome. This is all done here. I still need to do a lot of updates to I got to make the annual detail match, and then we're going to do some formatting updates on the whole template. So I'll do that tomorrow, and then by Wednesday, I should have it fully live and ready to go as a new template with the option for memberships. Oh, I did want to check. So if we cleared out some of this stuff here, just want to make sure there's no errors. Let's see, cleared this out, that. Okay, nope, that looks fine. No problem. Oh, whoa, what? Wait. There is an error here. So one-time washes. Where's our error? It's a VLOOKUP. I believe it's just right. It's trying to look up that. Let's see what's the easiest way to fix that. I guess we just do if error, then 0. And I believe I can drag this down. Okay, yep. All right, so that works. These are fine. Awesome. That's always important to make sure it is able to zero out things without having an error. All right, what did I label this? Mid-low, mid-high, high, ultra. I don't even know. Just making up names. You can label these whatever makes sense for your situation. Whatever these were. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 20. Whoop. Let's just keep the same percentages. Okay. All right. Now, based on these, say this takes a little bit longer. So 3.5 minutes, 3, maybe 4, 5, 6. Try to get that back to 100%. Okay, that's fine. And again, this is all depend on your inputs. What I'm doing here is kind of just arbitrary. Although I do want to spread this out a little bit. What was this? 10, 20. Okay, oh yeah, we're way over 100% because I didn't have those. So let me put this back down. This needs to be around 2.2, I think. Okay. Alrighty. Looking good. So we got this seasonality. Okay. And then memberships. Looks like a lot, but then once you get into it and start reading, it's pretty easy to use. I'm really excited about this capacity logic. It really fitted nice with this memberships. It looks great. Okay, so yeah, update still. So we got to do the monthly detail needs to get copied over to an annual detail, and then we'll do some general formatting updates, and then this thing will be ready to go by Wednesday. Um, the car wash model was very popular, so I'm happy to do these upgrades. We'll see how it goes. Remember, if you want to check out more financial models, go to smarthelping.com. Like I said here, we'll be adding this to the SaaS bundle because it's going to have membership, so that kind of gives it some recurring revenue structure, so it now belongs in that bundle as well. The startup financial models bundle and the service businesses bundle. If you want to buy everything I've ever built on the site, all the spreadsheets and templates and models, you can for $9.99 on the financial models tab at the top. I will see you guys tomorrow. We'll keep on going here on this, and excited